And welcome to the Cox Sports Broadcasting coverage of this year's Final Four in Indianapolis, Indiana. As you can see in the background, Lucas Oil Stadium is a busy place right now. The two teams are making their final preparations for the championship game while the Duke Blue Devils are practicing right now. The Wisconsin Badgers are facing the media circuit, or should I say circus, as all the questions are being asked about this year's championship game. Kind of interesting. The team that impressed me was Wisconsin. Their players very, very loose. They were very bored because they weren't getting any questions. Sam Decker and company hung their feet off the podium up there, and they were just having fun chatting with themselves, telling jokes and all to themselves and all, keeping themselves entertained. But it was a veteran squad you could see is very loose going into the championship game. These are two teams that nobody thought would be in the championship game probably mid-season. We talked about the first time the two teams played, Duke won 80-70 in Wisconsin this year. A lot of things have changed. That Rasul Suleiman was actually a 14-point scorer for the Duke Blue Devils. Trayvon Jackson was the leading scorer for Wisconsin that day with 25. The leading scorer for the Blue Devils was Tyus Jones. But these teams have revamped and are not the same teams they were when they played earlier this year. The biggest lesson learned by Wisconsin was they said they did not defend very well. Sam Decker said that he did not play. He probably would rate his game a D- that day and all. But these teams have gotten better. You wonder, too, the effects that it will take on Wisconsin after laying it on the line, the emotional win of beating Kentucky, preventing their 40-0 season. How much energy and enthusiasm will that take out of them? Coach Bo Ryan said they have had a lot of wins, big wins, and had to get ready to play the next time. He does not see it being a problem, but you wonder the energy spent as Wisconsin held Kentucky scoreless during the last 5 minutes of the game and came from behind to win it then. Will they have the emotion and energy to pull off one more big win? Duke, on the other hand, was a team that when they were depleted down to 8 scholarship players, people said, no way in the world can Duke make it back to the finals or win a championship with only 8 players because they don't have the depth to be able to do it. Well, this Duke team has become very versatile. They've got a lot of players that can play a lot of different positions, and on the positive side, you don't have to worry about playing time. They know they're going to play in every game. They know their role is important. Their number will be called. And again, this looks and has the makings for an exciting championship game. Throw out the 10-point Duke win earlier in the year, although Wisconsin has not done that, and they are remembering that Duke beat them, came in and handed it to them on their home court. I'm sure they would like a little payback. Duke wants to show that 8 is enough. That's a comment I heard over and over again in their locker rooms. 8 is enough. Seemed like there was a movie named that one time, though. But they say 8 players is enough. And again, it's going to be a very exciting game. A very experienced team in Wisconsin taking on a Duke team that has 8 players. 4 of them are freshmen that are playing, though. Again, great game for tomorrow night. It will tip off at 9:18 Eastern Time. Sit back and watch it. If you can't watch it, Cox Sports Broadcasting will be here to bring you all the exciting action of this year's national championship game. Oh, by the way, a funny thing happened on the way coming to the Final Four yesterday. When I was coming through Lexington, Kentucky, I was listening to the radio and heard several radio stations talking about their big party they had scheduled for Monday night, their pregame party, their giveaways they would be having, and all the things, big celebration they would have leading up to the national championship game. My question is the party still on, or did Wisconsin cancel the party and crash the party, though? My words of wisdom, or my wow for the day, is radio stations and Lexington, Kentucky, don't count your birds before they hatch, because your guys will actually be able to attend the party this year because they will not be here in the championship game. Again, reporting for Cox Sports Broadcasting, on the road to the Final Four, standing in the road to the Final Four, there are 2 teams left. It's Duke and Wisconsin. I'm the coach, Dick Cox. Goodbye, everybody.